The winner of the Giro d'Italia in 2022 has just had a look at the route. Firstly, how's the jet lag? Because you've been back in Australia.
Yeah, no, it's haven't really had time to feel it, to be honest. It's just been
good.
full gas, so
Yeah.
but yeah, nice to be here anyway.
Great stuff. So Jai Hindley's with us here as the winner of the Giro d'Italia. Just take me back. You and I stood next to each other when you'd ridden into that final day. You'd taken the Maglia Rosa. I looked to you. I remember us talking at Volta Catalunya, I think it was, and you'd said, yeah, I'm coming back, because you'd had a troubled season the year before and you'd started to feel better. And then the next time I spoke to you properly was at the winner as the Giro d'Italia. The recovery went all right, didn't it?
Yeah, can't complain with that. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I remember you coming up to me, us chatting a bit on the stage there, but I can't remember actually what we said at all. You know, it was all just a blur, and actually, I still can't believe it. So, yeah.
All I remember you saying certainly was that you hadn't seen your parents for 2 years, and they were in the crowd.
Yeah.
And that was a pretty emotional moment.
Yeah, it was really crazy. You know, I mean, you don't see yeah, it was 2.5 years actually that you don't see your parents, and then yeah, and then you see them for the first time in Verona, and it's full of people, and you just won the Giro d'Italia, so it's like stuff of fairy tales, you know. But yeah, it was a really emotional day and emotional end to, you know, a crazy 3 weeks.
It was absolutely fantastic. So you've just seen the route. 21 days, 51,000 meters of climbing, 70.6 kilometers of individual time trials. What's your reflections having seen it? Just your instant thoughts on the route.
Yeah, I think first thought that came through my mind was just like really interesting, you know. Yeah, it's sort of like a race of 2 parts with the 2 time trials in the first week. I think that's, you know, pretty interesting. And then, yeah, you know, traditional Giro standard, you know, like really hard stages towards the back end, and then, yeah, last 3 yeah, the third last and the second last stage, just like really interesting, and yeah, I think, you know, will be hard to hide if you don't have the legs. So you know, you'll either have it or you won't there.
What do you think about the addition of the uphill time trial on the penultimate day?
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I remember watching a lot of uphill time trials when I first was a kid starting to watch cycling. I think in the Tour they used to do them quite often, and it was a bit of a shame that they, you know, haven't been so popular the past few years, but I think it'd be great. Yeah, it'd be really interesting, and yeah, cool for, you know, like the atmosphere and everything, and yeah, I think it'll come down to the wire as well. So
that could be the pivotal moment, couldn't it? Everything will kind of hedge on that last day.
Yeah, definitely. I think, you know, you have a really hard stage on stage 19, and then you back that up with a time trial. So I think, yeah, you know, if you have a bad day there, it could be disastrous, actually. Yeah.
When does the decision get made about you taking part in the Giro and trying to defend your title?
I mean, yeah, I think we've still got to give it a bit of time. You know, it's still October, so the season's just finished, and the Tour route is still to be announced. So I think, yeah, there's still quite a bit of time and time for discussions with the team and everything. But you know, seeing the route tonight, I'm really excited for the Giro, and I think, you know, it'd also be special to come back and try to defend the title, and, you know, start with the #1 on the back. That's pretty cool. So
that would be cool.
We'll see.
Yeah. Well, look, thank you very much. Holidays now, or have you had your break?
Sort of been having my break, but yeah, I think I'll go back to Perth and enjoy it a bit longer.
Yeah, just enjoy some sunshine.
Yeah,
Look,
exactly.
Thank you very much for taking the time to. I know you had a celebration with all the Western Australian crew a couple of weeks ago, and you've enjoyed being down there. So yeah, I can imagine you got that sense of what it really meant to Australia. Yeah, it was really nice, you know, and also throughout the race, just the support and everything from people back home. Because, yeah, it's not easy, you know, like when you're following
when you're trying to follow a race which is in a different time zone and you're 6 hours ahead or 9 hours ahead, it's really tough. So, I can really appreciate, the people staying up and supporting me, and it means the world, really.
The first ever interview as you as not a rider, as a retired rider. How is retirement?
Yes, it's the first interview after finish career and Tour de Lombardia, and it's nothing. I can see this Girod'Italia with different eyes.
Yeah, of course. Sitting in the theatre a few moments ago and looking with different eyes, what were your thoughts of the route? Because there's some big memories for you. Trecimi dell'Avaredo, when you were in the Maglia Rosa. What do you think of this year's route of the Corsa Rosa?
Yes, I think this Girod'Italia is really, really nice, because the race is very fantastic in the first week. It's not super hard, but the first prologue for take a little bit the time, and the first climb Campo Imperatore is a nice option for the rider for testing the leg, and I think the second week and the third week is the most important, because in the second week I have Cras Montana is a nice stage. The leader tried to take time for the JC, but the third week is Trecime di Lavaredo, and the stage the day after with the audio.
Cimacoppi?
Yes. Cimacoppi is incredible, super hard.
San Bernardo and...
Yes, San Bernardo, and also the stage with the Trecime di Lavaredo is, I think, is super hard.
Yeah.
I remember when I win this stage, and the last 3K is never finished.
Yeah, because it's 22
yes,
gradi.
22%. The max percent in the climb, 18 the average.
It's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really tough. Vincenzo, there are 3 time trials.
Yes.
70.6 kilometer of time trial in this year's Giro d'Italia. How will that change the race?
The time trial is the key of the Giro d'Italia, but the day after I have many stage with mountains. Many rider climber try to take times. It's important for the rider. The right. Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
You remember, you and I would speak little bits of Italian, little bits of English to each other. Now your English is really fantastic, the way it's improved. So the riders will, the climbers will try and take time, but the time trialists, it's gonna be different riders all the time in this year's race. Yeah.
But I think it is the Giro d'Italia is perfect for the climber, and for the TT only difesa.
In the first time trials, okay, like Ghana maybe in the first time trial.
The stage for the TT, also for the prologue in the start.
Yes, fantastic. If you had to highlight a possible winner,
I don't know, because I have the next rider when go on the Tirreno Adriatico and the Paris-Nice. I can look the rider. It's possible for the win the Giro, but now it's possible thinking one rider is possible win.
Okay, I understand.
Yep.
One thing we do know is that you won't be on the start line. You won't start the Giro d'Italia.
No.
It won't be you. You're finished.
Sorry, yes, after 18 season,
Yeah.
I think
Time to be tired.
Yes.
Time to relax.
yes, time to relax. I win 2 times. Many finish in the first 3 position.
Yes.
It's
And 7
So,
stages.
yes.
7 stages.
it's fantastic for me, and I'm really happy for my my career.
Well, you should be. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
for
And
your insight.
sorry for my English,
No,
but-
your English is fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you for your insight. Thanks for giving us the view on the race, and enjoy retirement. And we'll see you at the Giro d'Italia next year, not as a rider.
Okay.
Grazie mille.
Thank you.
Grazie. Alongside me, Bouwman. Of course, he was the Maglia Azzurra of the Giro d'Italia this year. What a spectacular race you had, Cone. Having reflected on that over the last few months, just take yourself back. I know it can be difficult, end of a long season, but what did it mean to you to perform so well in the Giro d'Italia?
Yeah, of course, super nice. I mean, already been pro now for 7 years, and I won 1 stage in the Dauphiné as a second-year pro, so in 2017 it was. And I was close sometimes to winning a stage in the Giro or another race, but winning 2 stages in 1 edition and going home with the blue jersey was just a dream, and yeah, actually still it is.
It still is a dream. I remember standing with you on the stage on that final day, and you just looked like everything had come together, and you just looked so proud, and so you should be of that. Let's talk about the stages. You've just seen, just over to our right-hand side, in a very warm theatre, an historic theatre, where there's been lots of world premieres. You've seen the world premiere of the Giro d'Italia this time. Did anything stick out in your mind as you looked to that route? Anything that you suddenly thought, okay, if I'm riding the Giro in 2023, that's my stage? Or did you just reflect about it in a wholesome way?
Actually, I have to say, normally if I go to a Grand Tour, I will look to the stages a week before and just look at it and yeah, have like an overview, but I never pick like one stage. I mean, you need to have the legs the day you want to go for a win, and yeah, I can say now I want to go for stage 7, but yeah, anyway, I need to have good legs, so that's not what I'm doing. But I saw stage 13, went over the Grand San Bernard, and that's actually where it all started for me. I won a stage there in Giro Valle d'Aosta
really?
when I was under 23,
Okay.
and that's where I got my pro contract. So if I have to pick a stage, then I would say stage 13 would be cool to go for it.
That would be an absolute dream, wouldn't it? If you could go back to how you got your pro contract and then you won on that day, that would kind of fill the whole circle, wouldn't it?
Yeah, actually it would. I still remember the words from my sports director back then. He said, if you would win this stage, you for sure will be turning pro. And in the end, I won the stage and I turned pro. So I still have some good memories from that. And yeah, again, if I can pick one stage, I will be going for stage 13.
Just a final couple of questions then, because I know you're about to go and catch a flight. So Cohn's got to get on a flight in about 1 hour and 30 minutes in Linate, and we know how you've got to get to flights very early these days. There's an awful lot of time trialling in this year's route. What do you think of that?
In my opinion, yeah, it is what a Grand Tour is as well. I mean, you need to be a really good climber, but a time trialist as well. So nice to see it back. That such amount of kilometers are there, and yeah, it will be a super tough Giro d'Italia for sure.
And the final question, because we've got to ask everybody: are you going to be on the start line?
In my opinion, I have to go. I really want to go. So yeah, let's hope for it.
Thank you for joining us. It's very
Thank you.
warm out there, really warm in that theatre. But tell us what your thoughts were when you looked at the parcours of the opportunities for riders like you, for the sprinters this time.
Yes, it's a very hard parcours. I think 4 opportunity.
Just 4?
Yes, 4 and
Okay.
a lot of maybe. Because we don't know We don't know like
How the
rider
peloton,
going
yeah.
in the stage. I like the finish to Roma.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's like Tour de France with Paris.
Yeah.
So yes, it's nice.
Yeah, because the Colosseum and the
Yes.
Imperiale and everything.
It's romantic.
Romantic, it
Yeah.
is. For a Frenchman, that's
Yes.
important.
Like the wife of the rider come for the finish is perfect.
Absolutely perfect. There you go. So you're going to
Thank you.
get those invites. One thing, end of the season, you won Paris Tour.
Yeah.
I was commentating on you winning in Paris Tour. That was a wonderful day for you. How is your morale, having won Paris Tour, going into vacances in the winter?
Yeah, thank you. It was a good memories. Paris Tour with the strong team and the finish like this with the win.
Yeah.
Is very perfect for the recovery and the winter. And I think to the next year always.
Yeah.
And now I need
En vacances.
yes, vacances and profiter de la famille.
Yeah,
So,
with the family.
of course.
It's important.
Of
En
course.
famille.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay.
Thank you.
Bon chance. The winner of the final stage of the Giro d'Italia last year. Some people didn't expect him to win that final stage, the individual time trial. Can you just give us your memory of that final stage of the Giro d'Italia this year? Because many people wouldn't have expected you to be the winner, but you expected you to win, didn't you? You trained specifically for it.
Yeah, that's true. The win at the Giro is my biggest result in my career. Last year this year is still fresh for me. It's good memories. I was really focused on the time trial already from the last week. I was really focused for the last stage.
And you won it.
Yeah. So
All
it
came
was good.
good.
Yeah.
Perfect. You've just seen the unveiling then of the route. You've seen the 21 stages. What's your feeling about the design of the route for the 2023 edition?
Yeah, of course, next year Giro is really hard. We have a lot of ancient meters. It will be really hard, really tough third week. We will see. The stage 12 is my home stage.
Is
So,
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just passing in front of my house almost. So
Oh, wonderful.
yeah, so I really hope to be at the start of this stage.
That would be fantastic,
Yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
it? Yeah,
true.
a dream come true.
Yeah.
And for Italian riders, it is a dream come true just to ride the Giro d'Italia.
Yeah, true. I ride my first Giro in 2020, and it was like the dream that I had when I was a child. When I went with my grandfather to watch the Giro when I was a kid, on the roads, and it was really cool.
Amazing. There's a lot of time trials. 70.6 kilometers of time trialing in the Giro. Now, stage 1 is 18.4 kilometer time trial. Do you now dream of a Maglia Rosa?
Yeah, honestly, I'm already thinking about that stage, starting to dreaming the first Maglia Rosa is a time trial really similar to this year, first stage, the second stage in Budapest, where I came fourth, so it was not close. I was close, so we'll see this year, yeah.
Fantastic.
Next year, yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
Maglia Rosa on the first day of the Giro d'Italia would be a dream for any rider, any Italian rider, even more so. That final time trial, the climb, that's
uphill.
an interesting addition, isn't it?
Yeah, it's real uphill time trial.
Yeah.
And it's really hard. So for me, it's more for a real climber. is a proper climb. Yeah.
Proper climber will win
Yeah,
that day.
yeah.
Okay. And then the finish in Roma, what do you think of that?
Oh, of course, it's a really cool finish. Yeah, it's good to have like a finish in the capital of Italy. Like, of course, it's a cool scenario, cool landscape for the Giro.
Thank you. Well, final question, because we've got to ask everybody.
Yeah.
Are you going to be on the start line?
I really hope so. Yeah, but I don't know yet. To be honest, I really hope to be at the start. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we hope you'll be at the start line.
Yeah.
Matteo
Thank you.
Sobrero of Bike Exchange Jayco, thank you very much.
Thank you.